Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill. Are you ready to unlock the true power of your mind, to transform your beliefs into unstoppable action? Today we dive deep into how you become what you believe, the foundation of every success story ever told. Everything you've become, everything you've done, started with one thing, a belief. Whether it lifted you up or held you back, it came from what you decided was true about yourself and your place in the world. You were not born average. You were not born doubting. But the world, the noise, the fear, the system taught you to shrink. It taught you to second-guess your gifts, to silence your hunger, to dim your light. But Napoleon Hill said it plainly. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let that sink in, because what you believe, you become. And belief is not passive. It's not something you wait to feel. It's something you build, like a fortress, like a weapon, like armor for the war you're about to fight, the war for your future. Everything begins in the mind. Every victory, every failure, every level you've reached or avoided started inside your thoughts. And if your belief system was built on fear, on doubt, on lies they told you when you were too young to fight back, then now is the time to burn it down and build again. The question is not, can I do it? The real question is, am I willing to believe in myself before the world does? Because belief is the seed. But faith, real, burning, unshakable faith, is the soil. It's where purpose grows, where courage lives, where transformation begins. You want change? You want freedom? It begins with one radical decision. I will believe in who I am becoming, even if no one else can see it yet. Faith. It's not religion. It's not fantasy. It's power. The quiet fire inside a person who refuses to give up. The invisible armor worn by those who know, I was born for more. Napoleon Hill said it clearly. Faith is the starting point of all accumulation of riches. Not talent, not luck, not connections. Faith. Because if you don't believe in it first, you'll never reach for it. If you don't believe you're worthy of it, you'll sabotage it before it begins. Faith is believing in the light before it's visible. It's trusting that the version of you can't see yet is real. Even if everyone else laughs, even if the bank account says no, even if your past says never again. Faith is the match, purpose is the fuel, and once you set it on fire, nothing can stop you. Listen to me, you do not need the world to approve of you. You do not need applause or permission. All you need is the decision to believe in the unseen, to believe in the process, to believe that your future has already been claimed and your only job is to walk toward it with faith. Faith is the beginning, not comfort, not certainty. Faith, that's where all achievement begins. That's where your next chapter starts. That's where you take control. The world doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are, not who you pretend to be, not what you post online, but the energy you carry when no one's watching. That's the magnet. If you believe you're broken, you'll attract people who confirm it. If you believe success isn't for you, you'll subconsciously dodge every opportunity that tries to find you. This isn't magic. It's law. What you hold in your mind becomes the filter for everything you see. Your thoughts are frequencies. They emit, they transmit, and they pull things toward you, good or bad. So the question is, what are you broadcasting? What reality are your thoughts pulling into your life? You want love. Become love. You want power. Believe you're powerful. You want wealth. Stop thinking like you're poor. Not just in your bank account, but in your habits, your words, your self-image. Change your thoughts and the world rearranges itself. People will treat you differently. Doors will open because the universe is just a mirror and belief is the reflection. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe, what you are. So if you want to change your life, start by changing your mind. You were programmed long before you could choose. Programmed by pain, programmed by fear, programmed by parents who didn't know any better, by teachers who didn't see your power, by a society that taught you to play small. But here's the truth. You can reprogram your inner world. Your beliefs are not permanent. They are not cement. They are code, and code can be rewritten. But it takes intention, it takes repetition, and it takes fire. Every time you tell yourself, I can't, your subconscious takes notes. Every time you say, I always fail, your body starts to live that story. The way out is to feed your mind new instructions. Relentlessly, you reprogram yourself by doing the opposite of what broke you. If they called you weak, you train your mind to be strong. If they told you to stay quiet, you speak with purpose. If they told you dreams were for fools, you become a living example that they were wrong. Repeat truth until it overrides the lies. Speak power until weakness forgets your name. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are the architect of your future. And it starts in your inner world. No change lasts unless it starts in here. The mind is a battlefield, and if you don't reprogram it, someone else will. Take the pen back, write a new code, and become the version of you the old world was never ready for. Doubt is the assassin of your potential. You think your enemy is failure, but it's not. Your real enemy is that whisper in your mind that says, what if I'm not enough? It plants seeds, and if you don't rip them out, they grow roots. Roots that strangle belief, roots that kill action. Doubt pretends to be protection, but it's really poison. Napoleon Hill said faith and fear make poor bedfellows. Where one is found, the other cannot exist. You can't serve both. You can't walk in belief and carry doubt in your back pocket. You must choose one, and if you don't, life will choose for you. Every time it shows up, replace it with action. Every time it whispers, you're not ready, do it anyway. Every time it screams, what if you fail? Shout back, what if I don't? Doubt is a liar, a thief, and if you don't fight it, it will rob your future. So fight, speak faith, move with courage, even if your hands shake, because doubt dies when you stop feeding it. Doubt has had your attention long enough. Now it's time for faith to speak louder. Burn the doubt and build the future. You don't become what you casually think about. You become what you emotionally obsess over. Napoleon Hill said it with fire. There are no limitations to the mind except those we acknowledge, and the mind doesn't respond to weak words. It responds to charged emotion. A thought alone is a spark, but a thought with emotion, that's lightning. That's the power that cracks the sky and shifts the atmosphere. Want to build unshakable belief? Tie your thoughts to emotion. Don't just say, I want success. Feel what it will mean to break the cycle. Feel the pain of staying stuck. Let that burn turn your words into fire. The people who make it to the top, they don't just think they'll win. They know it. They feel it in their bones. They've cried over it, bled for it, visualized it until their nervous system couldn't tell the difference between now and already done. That's the formula. Thought plus emotion, belief. Real belief. Not surface talk, not empty hype, but the kind of belief that bends the world to your will, that dares the universe to move and then doesn't wait for permission. If you want to manifest a new life, don't just think it, feel it. Pour your heart into the vision. Let every step, every breath, every move carry the weight of who you've decided to become, and belief will no longer be a question, it will be your reality. At some point you've got to stop waiting to find yourself. You don't find yourself. You decide who you're going to be, and then you become it. Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. That's not poetry, that's law. You've been carrying identities that were handed to you, labels you didn't ask for. Maybe they called you a failure. Maybe they said you'd never be anything but a statistic. But today you choose. Who do you want to be? Not what they expect, not what your past says is possible, but who are you willing to become? That's the difference between a lost life and a legendary one. The man who wins isn't always the most talented. He's the one who decides, I will become this, and nothing will stop me. The woman who breaks generational curses doesn't wait for permission. She builds herself from fire. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the author of who you are. So write it, speak it, live it, until it becomes real. And don't just act like that version of you, be that version. The world will try to define you, but only you get to decide who you are. So make the decision, make it loud, and then become it with everything you've got. Vision without action is just hallucination. Dream all you want, but if you're not moving, if you're not doing the work, then all that talk means nothing. Napoleon Hill made it simple. Desire backed by faith knows no such word as impossible, and faith without work is dead. You can journal all day, make vision boards, talk about purpose, but if your habits don't match your hunger, you're not serious. Greatness isn't declared, it's proven. In silence, in grind, in the dark when nobody's watching. You don't need motivation, you need a standard. You don't wait to feel ready, you move anyway. You don't hope success will show up, you chase it like your soul is on fire. That's what it takes. People will call you obsessed. Let them. They don't understand what it feels like to be pulled by purpose. They're playing for comfort. You're building a legacy. Let every no strengthen your yes. Let every delay deepen your discipline. Let the vision lead and let your feet follow. If you want it bad enough, prove it. Get up when it hurts. Show up when you're tired. Keep going when nobody claps. Your vision is your responsibility. No one's coming to save you. No one owes you anything. So build it, bleed for it, and back it with action so consistent that success has no choice but to show up knocking at your door. Every second you're distracted, you're stealing your own future. The world is built to divert you with likes, loops, and lies. And if you don't fight back, you'll wake up 5 years older with nothing to show for it. Distraction is the enemy of purpose. Purpose is a laser. Distraction is shotgun blast scattering your energy to nothing. You can't do both. You either align or you perish. Decide now, will you be a victim of your devices or a master of your mission? For every moment you give to mindless noise, you steal a moment from your destiny. Use technology as a tool, not your prison. Guard your attention like a general guards his fortress. One breach and your entire campaign can collapse. Alignment demands sacrifice. Let go of what doesn't serve your purpose. Say no to the trivial, and say yes to the work, to the growth, to the mission. Make it count. You've walked through the doubt, battled the distraction, fought against the noise of the world, And now, something has shifted. You're not the same person you were when you started. You are new, not because the world gave you permission, but because you decided to become something more. Napoleon Hill told us, no man is ever whipped until he quits in his own mind. And you didn't quit. You believed, even when the proof didn't exist, even when the pain screamed louder than the dream. You kept walking, kept building, kept choosing discipline when comfort begged you to fold. And that choice, that daily decision to believe, has now created someone entirely new. This version of you doesn't wait for the world to approve. This version of you doesn't run from struggle. He was raised by it. You are no longer defined by your past. You are defined by your vision, by your relentless action, by your unshakable belief. Runners O's, you were born again through this process, not in body, but in mind. The old you hesitated. The new you moves with purpose. The old you was limited. The new you knows there are no limits. You've seen the power of belief. Now carry it like a weapon and go change everything.